Good morning, folks. It is June 11th, 2026, here for the weekly briefing, and we have a few updates for you. So I'm sure you all know it is hot outside. We are going to discuss the heat this weekend. There is potential for flash flooding next week, potentially significant, so we're going to talk about that, and then we'll do a brief tropical weather outlook. So first, dangerous heat is expected Friday through Sunday. Currently, the heat advisory goes out through Saturday. It's possible that gets extended. But right now, we're mainly looking along the Mississippi River, along the Pearl River, so southwest, south central, and southeast mostly, and in the Delta. So that is where the heat advisory is and where your elevated is. So there's a look at the heat advisory. I show the heat advisory because it's possible, there's no decisions quite yet, but it's possible that Jones, Smith, possibly Holmes, Carroll, Grenada could be added on Saturday when there's a little bit of higher confidence. But for right now, this is the general area that we're looking at. It could also possibly be extended into Sunday. If it's extended into Sunday, this northern portion would be cut out. So here's a look at the heat indices that we're looking at, generally in the triple digits, but we really get into that 105 plus tomorrow and Saturday. So that is when the heat advisory is in effect. It is possible it gets extended into Sunday, but the confidence is a little lower. So this is kind of the bulk of our meeting today, the flash flood threat early next week. We've been looking at some things here in the office, and I'll go through that in a minute, but right now we're advertising a limited area wide. It is very likely that parts of the area are going to be upgraded to elevated as we get closer. So the timing looks like Monday through Wednesday, and the elevated would likely be north of I-20, but that's a little uncertain at the moment. So check back for updates on that. And this is what we're looking at in terms of potential amounts. You can see here that that's generally 3 to 5 inches across the area in a 2-day time span. Now, even though that's over the course of 2 days, it's possible that a lot falls in a very short amount of time, and it's possible that locally that it could be higher than this that you see right here, but this is what we're looking at as of right now. We do have a slight excessive rainfall outlook from the Weather Prediction Center, and that reflects the amount of rainfall that you see here on the left. So why are we getting so much rain? We have a slowly sagging front. That'll be the focus for the heaviest rainfall. Convection will be likely training along this cold front that you see here draped across the area, and that's going to move slowly to the south over the course of those 2 days. So we're also looking at some stronger winds aloft here. These darker shaded areas is stronger winds aloft. Faster winds means heavier rain potential because we have more ascent, and so there could be more convection. It's just another enhancing factor. And then the main thing here, the greater moisture is shaded in blue here, and we're looking at the greatest concentration of moisture basically across our area. Supports very heavy rain rates and multiple days until the front does clear the area. And we're not done with the heat. It is summer. All of that rainfall is probably going to contribute to higher, locally higher dew points and humidity. So we could be looking at heat again by next week, late next week, around Thursday. when that front moves across. This is a general representation. I'm not allowed in this particular program to go out that far, but the shape is generally the same as what we're seeing this week. So be on the lookout for that, as heat will probably return with very, very high humidity. And the National Hurricane Center does have an outlook for the Gulf. This is not likely to develop, but how does this impact us? Well, this is probably going to be the source of that moisture plume that'll help with those really heavy rainfall rates early next week, as this is our source region for that moisture. And as a reminder, you probably have seen this already, but if you have not, we are updating the forecast cone for the hurricane season of 2026. And that'll include the inland warnings as well as the watches and warnings inland. And the cone itself will also be probable path as opposed to like uncertainty that we currently see. So just to reiterate and summarize, heat this weekend, flash flooding next week, potentially significant. Be on the lookout for updates for that. We will be sending out likely updated graphics today, tomorrow, etc. And then tropical weather outlook. Not expecting any tropical, but we do have a tropical air mass, and that is going to lead to some heavy rain potential.